Hi, welcome to another video on MCP. This time it is very easy to implement streamable HTTP transport-based MCP server. So this has been updated by Agno. Today we are going to see how easy it is to implement a streamable MCP server using Agno. We'll make a very simple example as before, just to add two numbers. Hi, welcome to Techie Talks AI. I'm Sri from Shogini. On this channel, we showcase hands-on demos and insights into AI automation and no-code tools. We have created several make.com modules to simplify no-code automation for you. Subscribe and join us on this journey into the future of technology. Here is the code. Agno Cookbook, Tools, MCP, Streamable MCP, HTTP Transport. And this is the server.py that we will implement. Only thing is we'll just change these lines to a simple add two numbers to make it even simpler. It is actually two lines. So here we are creating the MCP server object and giving it a name. So this is the name that client will see. And then we are attaching a tool using this decorator. And the definition is add two numbers. We are expecting two numbers as float, and then we are returning their sum. That is it, just very simple addition tool. And here we are running this using streamable HTTP transport. Clear? So here is the simplest MCP server using the latest streamable HTTP transport. We will see how to run it. We will access this MCP server in two ways. One is using the node-based MCP inspector that is provided by Model Context Protocol itself. Another is we'll also build a simple Python-based client. I am running the same code using Python environment here. So this is running at port 8000. So we'll first start the MCP inspector and see if we can access this. Make sure that you disable authentication because latest MCP inspector expects the authentication to be turned on. So I have set the environment variable to stop authentication. Here we have the MCP inspector. This is the endpoint 8000/MCP and we connect. This is connected to our MCP server. If you look at the terminal, you will notice that it has sent this session ID, okay, which initiates the MCP server. And now if you click the list tools here, we should see this add two numbers tool. See, add two numbers tool. Clicking this will allow us to run this tool or call this tool, and we can pass two numbers to be added. And here is the result. We have created just a two-line MCP server using streamable HTTP transport. And remember, we need to select streamable HTTP transport in the MCP inspector. And we need to have the latest MCP inspector as well. So that is accessing this using the MCP inspector. Now what we'll see is how we can access this using a simple Agno-based client itself. So here is the client. But we will simplify this client because here it is using a calendar and Airbnb. We will modify this client to just use our add function. Here is the client to test our MCP server. These are imports needed, and here we are importing the Agno agent, and we will use OpenAI as the LLM, but you can use any other LLM. On our previous videos, we have covered all different types of LLMs. And here we are using the Agno's MCP library. This is where we are loading the .env file containing the OpenAI API key. Then here we are defining the agent. We are passing the model and the MCP tools. Okay, so this MCP tools is populated from this line. When it calls our MCP server, which is streamable, it gets the tools available within that MCP server, and that is provided here for the agent. And then here we are just asking it to add two numbers. So let's see if it works. Okay, here I am running the client.py using my Python environment. We are calling the MCP server using streamable transport. Okay, so here add 3 and 2. Add to is calling add underscore two numbers tool, which is our MCP server and here is the result. Okay, so that is the demo of the easiest MCP server using streamable transport. And once you know how to build an add function, you can replace that add function with any other function that you want. So give your valuable thoughts and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Your support really helps. Have ideas or suggestions? Drop them in the comments. Let's build together. At Shogini, we offer expert NoCodeMake.com and Python AI automation consulting with ready-to-use modules to jumpstart your projects. Stay tuned and subscribe for more.